Welcome everyone. Ragnarok here with part 5 of my High Elves Endgame Tyrion campaign on Legendary difficulty. Right, yeah, so last time, that's what I did. Yeah, I didn't move Tyrion, I moved Goose last episode. That's how I was wondering in the end turn why Tyrion was way back here. Fuck, I gotta pay better attention to what the hell is going on. Anyway, we're definitely gonna need Captain Kirk as soon as he's replenished. Get him over here to help with the situation. We're gonna go down this route and get this stuff up unlocked. Yeah, let's put you back in the army, seeing as that's where you're supposed to be. First place. Well, we'll get Tyrion over here to help out with this bloody mess. Fucking 3 armies. Malekith. Ugh. Yeah, it's a little bit terrifying.
Phoenix King.
Freya. What is it we want to give you? Let's go down this way. Lightning strike could be useful for you.
The Asa are riotous.
For the Phoenix King.
What kind of range do these guys have? Alright. It's okay.
Orders. For order.
Just throw that on there. We should be able to auto-resolve
watch
this.
over us. Victory for the Asur! We have no need for prisoners.
Alright. Gonna go replenishment only because I want to keep this army as close to full strength as possible. Especially with situation here as it is presently. Ernheim. This is upgradable. Yeah, just yeah, last episode we had a bloody mess here with Kalidor. I tried to attack the army that was positioned here, Ptolemy or whatever his name is, and he was just out of range.
I await your orders.
And which meant that these 2 armies combined to defeat Kalidor here, unfortunately. Though if I was a more skilled general, we probably would have won it with ease. But anyway. These guys will probably go for the undefended stuff first. At least that's what I'm hoping.
Do not order.
I'm just wondering what we should do here. How long until... Alright, so we've got this. Alright, I'm thinking it's gonna be expensive as hell, but let's recruit a lord here. We'll go ill-prepared, and this is gonna be Kalidor's new army. These guys are only 1 turn. 3 turns for these guys. But yeah, let's try out some of these new archers. Get 4 of them to start with. And guess we'll start with some of these guys. Yeah. Probably go with either 6 or 8 of these, and maybe some sword masters. And a few dragon princes probably. Ooh, maybe we should... Alright, wait. Let's rethink this. Go with 2 of those, 6 of these, and then sword masters and maybe a couple of Phoenix Guard. Or maybe all Phoenix Guard, I'm not sure. Anyway, we'll get this going now. This is going to take an age to get those troops recruited, and hopefully they don't come down this way.
Protector of the Everqueen.
Get Tyrion to
Setting
go that
sail.
way. Let's upgrade that.
Can I offer assistance?
Wonder if we should bring Kirk out right away. So let him replenish one more turn. Keep the income boosted here for one more turn. Public order. It's gonna be fine. But I just want one more turn of replenishment, and then we'll have Kirk come over this way as well. And we're gonna actually get Marielle moving over that direction also. First of all, let's get Wolf into this army.
Poef protects them.
Highborn, Princess of the Asur.
Is it quicker for you to come this way? I think it's probably the same distance. Let's get that upgraded.
Time is of the
And
essence.
let's take this. Yeah, you just keep opening up all these
Princess of
territories for
Oswald.
us, bud, and we'll just keep on
Can I offer assistance?
taking them.
Ready to serve.
Quarter plus
Order must
8.
be maintained.
Public order here, -2. That'll be fine there for a while. Might want to
You may approach. We march on.
just put her in Castle
Garrisoning.
Bastogne for now, in case this guy happens to come this way, but we'll
Your
let him
word?
continue smashing things for now.
We are the light. Orders?
Lord of the Phoenix.
Alright, yeah. So we're gonna send these 3 armies over here. Freya will have to hold the line here at Claire-Carrond, or possibly come down to Falls Anvil. I do not want to let them have Falls Anvil, but yeah, they're getting close to it. That's for sure. Take a look at what's going on down here in the jungle. Alright, plague is gone. Perfect.
are troubled.
Taking up
Pop
residence.
her into there for now. Springs of Eternity. Is there... I guess we'll go public order building, and then we'll replace that with the financial building when it becomes available. It's all our coin for now.
What do you seek?
Really should send somebody out to scoop up all this treasure. I mean, look at all this treasure. It's just like, whew, there's a ton of treasure out here. Alright, I feel pretty secure with this position over here. No sign of Archon and his crew. I think they're all busy with the dwarfs and Bretonnia right now. Don't see them. Anyway, that's fine. Got our hands full with these
The Reaper.
dark elf assholes. Tyrion's not quite at full strength, but we'll get him there.
Ill considered.
Can I click on my guy? Let me click on him.
No. Short-sighted. Ridiculous.
What the hell?
Never.
Oh,
No.
there, had him.
Noble
There we
son
go.
of Ulthuan.
Damn it, we don't have... let's just
With purpose.
pop you over here. We'll have
Setting the
you
pace.
come over to Naggarond. when-
to lead.
Standing by.
She not
I
standing
serve the
there?
Phoenix King.
Alright, I think that looks
What do you require?
pretty good.
Warden of Safari.
Oh yeah, what are we gonna research now? There are some new technologies that have been added, I believe. Or maybe they just shifted the... Okay, there we go. +6 melee defense rate. Handmaiden. Sisters of Avalorn and +10 armor for them. It's not bad. It's for the shadow workers. I don't think we need any of that. Or that. I mean, I guess if we're going to... What in the hell? Do I need an Eastern Bazaar for this? I think I'm gonna go with this one. Because we're gonna recruit another Sea Guard, another Navy. Soonish, I think. And the rest of pretty much everything else we've got. Got most of the stuff that we need. I would really like to get that. That plus 10% to trade would be a nice boon to our income. Hopefully they just go for this.
By the White Tower.
Servant of the tower.
Plato, I think we'll keep him here for now. We might even have to send Plato down into this province. What is the corruption?
We are ill at
8%.
ease.
Use of my power.
Alright, here we go. Let's hit the end turn and see what happens here in the Siege of Naggarond. Alright, pick up where we left off, where we stopped last time. The horde did not stop to make camp, did not break its stride as it raced towards the walls. Such was its fury. Kruth watched as the open ground between the army and the city vanished, and then thousands of dark elf arrows spoke in unison. A blizzard of bolts descended upon the blood-mad horde. With so many targets, it was impossible to miss. Beasts and men died in their droves, bodies riddled with black-fletched shafts. Their demise did nothing to halt the stampede, and the furious charge never faltered. The dead and dying were trampled beneath its feet, and countless voices rose in a howl of defiance that matched the rising storm in its fury. A second volley of bolts slaughtered just as many with just as little effect. Amongst the churning mass of bodies, Kruth spotted here and there a number of absurdly long ladders. The marauder front-runners of the Chaos Army planted the feet of the ladders in the barren earth. A press of bodies pushed them forward and carried them aloft, bridging the distance swiftly. Darkhand readied his weapon, and in response to a sign from their commander, a veritable forest of spears and halberds presented themselves. From between the jagged crenulations, Kruth saw a crude frame of bones and knotted wood rising to meet the wall where he stood. Kruth firmly planted his shield and leaned his weight forward in order to receive the enemy. The ladder slammed into place, and hacked and mutilated body jerked at its top, its empty, bloodied eye sockets staring accusingly. The defenders of the Tower of Volaroth had been returned to Naggarond in a gruesome manner. The marauders had taken the corpses, lashing them to their siege ladders, and were now dangling them across the parapets in a jerky, stinking display of grisly puppetry. Several spearmen levered the ladder from the wall, but more were clattering into place all the time, each decorated with their own trophy designed to cause terror among the defenders. Kruth's attention was fully on the attack on the walls, but he was acutely aware that somewhere on the ground, some distance away from their own pitched battle, the gates would doubtless be under a heavy attack. There the fighting would be many warriors deep, and the heaviest losses would be felt, but he had no time to linger on the thought. Okay, yeah, so she is going for Venom Glade, which, of course, we're not going to be able to defend. Maybe we should have fought that just to try and do some damage, but I guess that would have been kind of silly. We lost lost our noble. There was a heavy thunk as one of the city's bolt throwers fired on the nearest giant, its projectile humming through the leaden air. The 6-foot shaft slammed into the monster, sinking several inches through the putrid flesh of its chest. The giant stumbled, roaring in rage and pain, but did not fall until 3 more of the huge bows struck home. The towering monstrosity staggered back a step, let out another roar of defiance, and then finally toppled like a felled tree, its massive body crushing numerous warriors beneath its bulk. Barbarians and other creatures began swarming up the ladders, while the hounds and beasts tried to cross the moat's sorcerous fire. The stench of scorched bodies began to fill the air as many slipped from the ladders, tumbling into the flames. Kruth couldn't help but cringe as a maniacal laughter came from them, even as they burned. It was Darkhand who claimed the first kill amongst the unit defending that section of the city wall. Kruth saw an axe-wielding marauder scramble over the top of the ladder and raise his weapon, but he got no further. The captain of the Black Guard gouged a deep wound into the barbarian in a welter of gore. He plunged from the ladder to die with the others still burning in the moat below. Then a red-furred beastman vaulted onto the wall, and Kruth became far more interested in his own survival than the actions of Kerr and Darkhand. Repulsing the seemingly limitless tide of warriors surging up the ladders was repetitive and mechanical work. At times a champion or particularly crazed warrior would sweep a few feet clear of defenders, but then the lithe, murderous forms of Cain's brides would appear in the fray and cut the offender to pieces before slipping away once again. The flicker of lightning was matched by the flicker of magic as the few sorceresses in Naggarond waged arcane war on the flocks of harpies that filled the sky. Bolts of black fire and lashing whips of shadow rained broken bodies down on the army below, but there was only so much that magic could do. Kruth hacked his blade through the tattooed flesh of another barbarian and kicked its body into the street below. His gauntlets were slick with blood and his shield dented and notched from axe and club bows. He staggered back, gasping for breath, and another warrior strapped in to fill the gap. Above him, the sun was dipping rapidly towards the horizon. He had been fighting solidly for many hours, and his energy reserves were gradually dwindling. Beside him, another barbarian, a woman dressed in furs, pitched forward, a fountain of blood spurting from her mouth. It splattered against Kruth's visor, temporarily rendering his world scarlet. When his vision cleared, he wished wholeheartedly that it had not. The sight that greeted him was enough to deflate the ferocity that burned in his soul. A lithe, crimson-armored form with cloven hooves and curling horns descended from the boiling clouds. She was borne aloft by a scarred chiroperton wings and carried a jagged spear and vile, leering shield. Her burning gaze swept the walls, challenging any and all who dared to look upon her. Valkia the Bloody had arrived. Yeah, that word chiropeteran wings, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, and unfortunately you guys can't see it, so I guess I could spell it out for you, but I'm not going to do that. Anyway, I almost feel like I should be warning you guys every single episode of the violent nature of these books. It's just fucking next level sort of violence, which is pretty crazy. What's going on down here? Is this motherfucker sieging us? Oh, that's where that guy got to. Oh, you gotta be. Oh, that's really annoying. That is super annoying. Super annoying. And
I refuse
this
this
is
insolence.
not good either. Oh man, the situation is just getting into turning into a real fine mess here. Could pull her around back this way and get back to Valzamble, which I think is maybe what we might do. If we lose this settlement, so be it. We need to get Tyrion over here.
Anchors away.
ASAP.
Valiant.
And need to get
Sailing
Iceman
forward.
caught up to Tyrion. And whereabouts is Rotor? Did we forget to
Awaiting
move Rotor?
orders.
I don't
The
think
sea
so.
calls.
Anyway, I think it's time to get Captain Kirk on the move as well.
Can I offer assistance? Ready to
come over here and overwhelm them with numbers.
Your best. Onward.
Alright, so
Defender of the Ever Queen.
fuck it. Oh, this is Val's anvil too. That fucker.
Lady of the Phoenix Court.
Fucking beastman. What are the odds
for
here?
order.
Oh. Cool.
My prowess is needed.
See you later. Let's take the treasury.
Duty is its own reward. I'm ready.
Thing is, can she defend against these two stacks? 10. That's 30 units plus the
I will
walls.
not.
What level settlement is this? 4? Level 4 walls. I mean, we might be able to win that. Oh, it is Marathi, and these are elite units. I don't know, is it worth the risk? It's definitely a defensive type army. Like, these archers are gonna shred
Ridiculous.
most everything that comes down. I think I am gonna risk it.
Guardian of the Phoenix Crown.
A promising lieutenant.
I mean, I don't know what to give this guy since he's
Command me.
Alright, let's try this again. Maybe the Dragon Princes. Maybe we should go with Star Dragons instead of the Dragon Princes. What's the price difference? Don't seem to be doing very well with the Dragon Princes. Though I guess that shouldn't deter me from using them. I definitely need to improve my micro.
Shield,
So,
Alaria.
I'm
Our
used to having
journey is
cavalry
not over.
forces.
Prince of Elfwan.
We stand ready for action. Loyal servant. Your word? What orders?
Let's colonize
Defender of the
this.
Asur.
Alright, I'm gonna keep this general for one more turn. We'll probably come out and scoop this treasure. And since this is one full province, I don't know. Well, we'll see what this guy does. If he comes down this way, it could be
Orders.
in a little bit of trouble. But let's
Entering the
move you to
city.
Musalon. And yeah, so we'll keep you here from
Princess
now.
of Althran.
If he comes down this way, we'll
You
get
call?
rid of him with this general.
You may approach.
I think that's the plan. Alright. I'm probably gonna lose some ground here.
Orders.
No.
I was
Never.
wondering if they would do the siege right
No.
away, or if they would wait for reinforcements. I mean, if they... Ooh. They bring all
Ready
three
to serve.
armies. She'll be fucked.
True
Surprised
son
these guys
of
haven't made
Ulthuan.
their way down here.
There will
Getting
be
some
carnage.
influence, man. Failure. I got a lot of
Madness
agents
will
back here,
consume
which are
the
going to be
Druki.
a bit annoying to deal with. Alright, let's upgrade Playdom Spiders since it's further behind here. This one,
Order
or
must
well,
be
this one too. Let's get the defenses up here.
Lady of the Phoenix Court.
Ah.
Guardian of the Phoenix Crown.
Princess of the Azure. We shall not rest. Can I
Yeah.
offer
I
assistance?
think we're gonna bring her around this way. I mean, we could potentially win a fight between the two stacks, but 3 stacks? I don't think so. And oh, Tyrion's almost here. Once he gets over here, start terrorizing these guys. This army, I think, anyway, should be able to take on just about anything. And Tyrion's got lightning strike. I do want to get it filled out with 2 more.
The king.
2 more nobles, probably. Although we could put 2 more dragons in there, I guess. But yeah. Continue building.
Direct me.
Hopefully we don't lose another turn there. We'll keep building his army there. And actually, this is also going to be fucking bloody expensive. But let's... I don't want to spend influence, so I guess
We stand
one of you
ready
guys
for
for
action.
now. Shit.
The Asa are ageless.
Entering the city.
Can she not move into the city? Come on, get in there.
Garrisoning. Entering the city.
Why the hell? Usually they can step
Garrisoning.
into the city.
Defender of the Azure.
Damn it to hell. That was totally pointless. Do we even have a garrison here? This guy's at... Ah, bloody hell.
I'm waiting.
Guess I jumped the gun. I should have... yeah.
You need me?
Ready.
Defender
What a
of the
mess.
Ever-Queen.
What a bloody
Time
freaking
is
mess.
of the essence.
I want to recruit another fleet here.
Entering the city.
Why the hell can't she get into the city?
Awaiting orders.
Definitely
Defender
gotta
of the
disband some of these guys.
The people are restive.
Actually, let's go with the public order building first.
The Athua answers to me.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever.
I serve the Phoenix
Just
King.
basically using her for corruption. Oh, she was injured, wasn't she? So if you stay close to the army,
I serve the Phoenix King.
guess we will. Just gonna keep her here for now,
Protector of Ultron.
for just a little while, to get a boost to the public order while we get these public order buildings built down here, and then we'll move her out. The last thing we need is to have to
The Asa are
backtrack
troubled.
down into the depths of the jungle. At least we won the war down here. The Dark Elves are still gonna be a pain in the ass.
Ready. Taking up residence.
Anyway, hopefully we can defend against a rebellion here. I guess we might have to bring Marielle back down, or even Kirk back down. Anyway, this general, she's gonna start recruiting the... Actually, you know what? Fuck it. We have to recruit this army first. Anyway, and we'll build the fleet here once this army is finished recruiting. So once this... Yeah, we'll wait till we get the... We'll have to bring Marielle back to Torian Lac to deal with the rebellion. We should have left her there to boost the public order. I guess we should have probably left Kirk there. But once this becomes unlocked, or once the 2 build slots become unlocked, we'll build just a standard barracks there and start building up the navy from there. And then she can come out and grab that next turn. And she can come around this way, and soon we'll have enough influence to get a proper general here. I mean, we could also just give Calidor this army. That's a possibility. Anyway, made a fine mess of things here.
Lawmaster of Hoef.
What is the public order here?
Servant of the tower.
We will go with growth.
Protects me.
Summoned me.
Spellcaster.
Alright, the end turn. Halfway into the episode, I haven't had a battle yet. But should be lots of big battles on the horizon here with Tyrion getting back over there. And I know I'm starting to sound like a broken record, but I really, really wish that I did not bring him back to Uthlon in the first place. Yeah, this is fine if Archon wants to pillage and raise settlements up that way, then that is perfectly fine with me for now. Alright, let's see what happens here with more of the Siege of Naggarond by SP Cawkwell. So, these creatures are beneath you, my love, came the sneering voice from her shield. The animated face of Losafax, once a proud daemon prince of Slanish, now forced into servitude to this consort of Khorne, sneered up at her. But Valkia paid the creature no heed. Over the centuries, they had formed a strange sort of relationship, and Losafax felt very strongly that it was his eternal right to criticize everything she did. He had courted her for her attentions once and could not have lost any more badly. Why do you waste your time with these children when there are real battles to be won? It had become oddly companionable. Valkia lived for her consort, to please him and bring forth the tithe of blood and skulls that he desired. But other than Cormac, her favored champion, no other had been with her for so long. Losafax knew her better than anybody. Everything you encounter is beneath you, Losafax said. She replied. She was distracted and only half listening to his mutterings, or so it seems to me. She flew at a steady pace, keeping herself at more or less the same speed as the seething mass of warriors beneath, who clawed at each other in their effort to reach the walls of Naggarond. The slower, more lumbering elements of the horde were at last starting to arrive. Valkia watched with swelling pride and anticipation as armored handlers prodded and cajoled a line of twisted cannons into their optimal firing positions. They were monstrous creations, mouths of brass framed barrels of knotted, bound souls mounted on carriages of skulls and ivory bone. Yeah, so they did come with the 2 forces. What in the... Look at all those bloody shades. Yeah, I mean, I really feel like we probably could have won this with the army there, and I don't really want to fight this, even though we would do a little bit more damage to them, but that's okay, we'll get back to here. But I mean, Freya's so close to being immortal, I just didn't want to risk losing her, especially after losing Calidor there recently. So we'll get back over here with Tyrion and finish this fight once and for all.
What brings you here?
Join war against the dwarfs. Offer 300 gold. Right, I guess our allies are still at war with the dwarfs, unfortunately. What our relationship is good with them. So, yeah, no, well, we're not going to do that. The dwarfs aren't going to bother you again, I don't think. I think they've got their own problems right now. Mainly chaos, but yeah. Valkia turned her full attention on the daemon mounted upon her shield. One slim shoulder lifted briefly in a shrug of indifference. Remember, Losifex, my lord and master cares not from whence the blood flows, only that it does flow. I promise you that this city will burn in his name. It will be reduced to ashes. It will become a pyre, a monument of bloodshed, and we will do the same to the next, then the next. But a siege, it's so tiresome. Even disembodied as he was, Losifex had the ability to give the impression that he tossed his head in superiority. She put a clawed hand over his open maw, squeezing with a threatening force that caused the daemon to fall into mutinous silence. The only sound now was the steady, rhythmic beat of Valkia's wings as they carried her towards the city of Naggarond. She soared across the ranks of the creatures of chaos, and as her winged shadow fell upon them, every last one raised its head, screaming undying devotion to her and her bloody cause. Her sharp eyes fell upon the armored form of Cormac astride his juggernaut. Her champion had led a host of armored ogres that swarmed around a brass, canine-headed ram rumbling towards the main city gate. Since his resurrection, following his death so many years ago, Cormac had been unable to speak. Valkia's powers had been unable to remake the dead man's vocal cords. It seemed ludicrous that a mute warrior could command an army, but command them he did. He led, as always led, by example. Valkia's army knew that if Cormac charged, that was what they were to do. A simple flick of the hand, a thunderous clap of his mighty gauntlets, and the army bent to the champion's will. Valkia's pride in Cormac, her harbinger, was boundless, and she watched him now as he led the assault on Naggarond. Whoa, what do we got here? Every realm of Uthwan sends nobles and representatives to the court of Lothar, and every realm is a kingdom in itself and their leaders, kings. They approach Lothar with such mentality. How the Phoenix King treats these egos is vital to the development and stability of all of Uthwan. Yeah, right. Ooh, Happy Populace is tempting, but this 28 influence is a lot more tempting. So we'll grab that, and we can now get some proper generals in the field, I guess. Just wondering what we should fill out here. Should probably 500. That's kind of expensive. Why don't we put another one of these things in? We should probably get some handmaidens out into the field. Wouldn't be a bad idea. Road there. Oh, son of a bitch. I guess you gotta come around this way.
Charting a course.
Whereabouts did their armies go? I mean, this is tempting to try and hit this army.
I will
She
not.
just raised this, eh? It's a very interesting play. This settlement, not even sure if it's worth it to continue building there.
You must restore order.
They're coming down this way? It doesn't look like they're coming down this way for whatever reason.
Dark-hearted fools.
I guess they're recovering their losses there.
A true Asur.
Let's give you assault. Ooh, actually no. Assassinate might be useful.
Ready to serve.
Don't think she can reach it. No, she can't reach. Anyway. Alright, that's fine. Yeah, I'm not sure I want to move her.
Short-sighted.
Tyrion, heir of an Aryan.
You're in
I
regular.
live to serve my queen. Seal.
Go for Kotek's column to begin with.
Can I offer assistance?
Do we... Oh, yeah. Did we not get the rebellion here? Anyway, Kirk I'm gonna bring back to here.
Princess of the Asur.
And we'll bring her up.
Setting sail.
You called?
Anyway, just keep the public order under control here, and we'll get another general
Brave and
there
true.
very
Setting
soon.
sail.
And Iceman is almost caught
Elf
up with
one's
Tyrion.
defender.
Guardian of the Phoenix Crown.
Yeah, I know this has been kind of a quiet episode, but we're just kind of setting things up. Getting our armies into position to strike back against these dark elves. I really don't want them coming down this way. Coming back this way, but at the same time, Val's Anvil is the most important piece to our puzzle here. So getting her...
I serve the Phoenix King. It shall be done.
Just
Garrison
position you here for now. Where's Hag's Hall? Alright, yeah, we can upgrade that. Yeah, we'll position her here now. Seems like a good spot. If we need her over here, we can bring her over here, or if we need her up here, we can bring her up here. And they seem all sort of spread. They've got armies here, and armies here, so Tyrion is gonna have his work cut out for him, but we do have Marielle over here
Let
too,
us rest
so
here.
You have my attention.
and then it's gonna take an age to get this army ready, but once it is ready, it's gonna be very impressive. I think these Sisters of Avalon going to be very, very deadly, I think. So probably go with 6 of them, stick with 2 of those, and then probably the rest will go with Sword Masters and or Phoenix Guard. Maybe we'll do a mix of both for a change.
Ever loyal.
You called?
And probably down in the jungle. Can
We are
probably...
ill at ease.
What's the public order? Growth is more important right now. I think we'll leave her for one more turn, I guess. And then she should be fine to move out after that. What should we build here? No, we should start putting these embassies everywhere too. It's gonna be a lot of income from that with our trade partners. What's this situation look like over here? Things are quiet. This guy. So if you
What
come
orders?
out and grab
What would
this,
you have of me? The Kadai honor me.
good job.
A mighty warrior.
Graded. Just do that, but we're actually going to disband you now.
At your service.
Doesn't seem to really make much of a difference to the income. It's interesting.
Can I offer assistance?
Where's that, and let's get that going.
Protector of all folk.
You
Can I offer assistance?
force merge.
If you will it.
Alright, let's see what's
true
available
Asur.
for generals here. Got dashing, which is not really Suitable for competent, adept, charmed. Damn it to hell, I don't really like any of these. The adept, oh, like, really need that? Vigorous, competent, keen. Bloody hell. How much longer for Calidor? 2 turns. Could go with Keen. Vigorous actually is pretty good. Let's go with this guy.
I serve the king.
And
A worthy ally.
Root Marcher. Go down that and we'll give him those 2. Actually, let's
Loyal to a fault.
change his name. We're gonna call this guy Ragnar. Ragnar Lothbrok. Actually, I'm not even sure if that's... Actually, that's definitely not how... I need to check the spelling there, but anyway, we'll
How can I assist?
check the spelling in the meantime. Just want to keep this going. Magic resistance sounds good. What does this do? I'll save the Razor Standard for someone else. Give you a Bard. This might be helpful for one of those dragons. That's pretty good. Lots of crap here. Alright, good enough. And give you that. Alright, cool. Yeah, this is definitely something I should pay a little bit more attention to. Alright, good stuff. And let's have you come over here to Lyonese. Get ready to fight with these guys. Be an interesting fight. These guys are back to full strength, eh? Might be a little bit of a tough fight, actually.
Lethal grace given forward.
This army should be well balanced. They should be able to handle that. If not, we'll be in big trouble. Big trouble because we have nothing else over on this side of the map. Right. Yeah, I think that's it for this turn.
Ready to serve.
Servant of the tower.
Lawmaster.
You have use of my power. Mage of Sapphire.
Start making your way out of here.
What orders?
Alright, let's hit the end turn. We'll finish off this last little section here. And we'll probably call it today. And I promise, guys, we'll get some battles in next episode. I apologize for the duller pace of the campaign presently, but I mean, that's my fault for getting Calidor killed, I guess. I'll have to try and remember to check the diplomacy with the dwarves. See if we can actually get trade agreement. Trade agreement would be nice, would give us a little bit more income coming in. The walls were a crazed, pulsating scrum of combat. Everywhere she looked, elves, men, and beasts struggled and slaughtered one another with reckless abandon. A loud bang indicated that one of the siege towers had finally juddered into position, wobbling alarmingly and threatening to topple forward before it stabilized. With a crunch of rudimentary gears, it dropped its bridge. Within moments, warriors began to pour from its interior onto the spears of the Drugi. Scores of bodies tumbled down as incoming projectiles from crossbows ended their fledgling attack, but there were plenty more, and numerous warriors pressed forward. They crossed the bridge and moved the fight onto the wall. Ladders rose and fell with mechanical certainty, and mutant spawn began to drag hideously deformed and twisted bulks up the sheer face of the city's defenses. Claws, tentacles, and grasping paws dug deep, finding purchase where they could, or digging into the obsidian surface. The fighting was most intense wherever knots of black-armored Drugi held the line. They wielded barbed halberds and consummate skill, cutting down marauders and beastmen with an economy of motion that belied the size of their weapons. Valkia, flying overhead, allowed herself the briefest of moments of satisfaction at the sight. So much slaughter was a pleasing thing to her, and her pride swelled. It was time, she reasoned, to make her entrance. Her eyes narrowed as they fell upon one of the dark elves. The warrior wielded an impressively ornate glaive. He held himself with the stance of a seasoned fighter, his ragged, scarlet cloak streaming behind him. This champion was a murderous blur, his blade claiming lives without pause. He weaved in and out of his own warriors, leaving them unharmed. Valkia approved and she admired, but more importantly, she had found her prey. Valkia plunged from the sky like a comet, a piercing death shriek on her lips as she descended on the wall. The impact of her landing caused a network of cracks to spread through the ancient black stone. Her own people and the Drugi scattered in every direction, forced apart by the mighty shockwave. She straightened her back, proud, aloof, her noble face raised in defiance of those who stood in her way. She had impaled one of the blackguard on her spear when she landed. She stared impassively at the shivering corpse, then shook it free with a flick of her wrist. This done, she turned to confront her prey, the dark elf champion. Yeah, right. Probably should have canceled the building here, but anyway. I think this would be a pretty even match for Freya's army. She should be able to take that on. Possibly. I don't know. We'll have to take a look. We don't want to get her into too much trouble there. She allowed herself a moment or two to appreciate the finesse and skill that the creature brought to his craft. His whirling, dizzying dance brought him now to a complete halt, his fixing upon hers. She watched, every sense fully alert, as he brought the halberd around. He held the weapon before him, ready to confront her. Screaming faces in her armor, plating twisted and contorted as she moved. Every step the prowl of a true predator, the joints between the armor plates stretched like exposed sinew as she drew her wings against her back. She tipped her head on one side and bared her fangs in a parody of sultry smile. Her eyes ranged up and down the elf's sinewy form, clad in barbed armor and coated in a fine film of blood and gore. An old hunger bubbled up inside her. It was the most exhilarating feeling she knew, and it always came just prior to claiming a skull worthy of the throne of brass. Such a skull was a prize trophy, and her consort would commend her for dropping it at his feet. "Let us dance, you and I," she purred, and the two warriors closed the short distance between them, coming together with a clash of steel. Darkhand's cloak whipped out behind him, and his weapon turned in his grasp like a living thing. Spear and halberd fell against each other in a hail of blows faster than the eye could follow, the blackguard's speed matched by the Daemon Queen's ferocity. Anything attempting to breach the furious circle of their battle died, crushed, beheaded, or simply struck aside with casual disregard. From his position several feet away, Kruth could not help but let his attention be drawn towards the staggering display of skill and brutality. Something about the proximity of the Daemon woman fired the bloodlust in his soul, bringing with a desperate and driving need to turn and launch himself once more at the enemy. It took extreme control on his part to force down the temptation to give in to the berserker rage, and even then he only barely managed to grip on to his senses. The crash of weapons helped pull him from his inner struggle, and caught a glimpse of the tip of Valkia's spear as she lunged for Dark Hand. Its tip glistened in the light of the fires raging in the background of the confrontation, and Kruth wondered if it was poisoned. Afterwards, a near miss spattered his captain's breastplate with what he realized was blood. The spear swept sticky ichor, perhaps even the blood of those that it had slain. Curran Darkhand's eyes were fixed on the Daemon Princess's form, which was clad in crimson plates of screaming souls. Kruth imagined that his superior was attempting to gauge her weaknesses, to find a flaw in her battle stance that he could exploit. Darkhand was a seasoned, fearless warrior. He would find some way to win this battle. Kruth watched as the captain of the Black Guard let out a bellow of rage and surged forward to re-engage Valkia in battle. Alright. We're almost at the hour mark, and we haven't had a battle, so this definitely seems appropriate. We don't have a garrison here, but we should have the walls, actually. I think. I don't know. Let's see what happens. Anyway, the balance of power is a little bit murky. I think we should be able to win this. And we don't have the walls. I guess it's not quite built up yet. Anyway, this is I hope you guys are enjoying the novel here. This is for me pretty intense. It's gonna be tough to end the episode here on this cliffhanger with this right in the middle of this fight between Valkia and the captain of the Black Guard, Darkhand. But be very interesting to see who wins this fight. But we've got more important things to deal with here at the moment. Glogmer Blood Eater, to be specific. And we've got Ragnar Lothbrok leading the way. Yeah, this will be really bad for the channel if we lose this with Ragnar. Really, really bad for the channel. Yeah, might as well just change the name and just fucking retire. But yeah, look at this. Look at this fucking juicy hill we can camp out on. Guys in position. First set there, second set right in behind.
Loyal! Eagle Claw!
And I guess we'll put you on this shot, though. We might want to try and pick off some of the...
We will obey! It will be done!
Swordmaster of Hoeth!
Might want to try and pick off some of the bigger units as they make their way across the battlefield. And Ragnar can stand right there, I suppose. Try and not get you killed. So let's just group you just in case. Alright, you guys over here. So we can bother these Chaos Knights to start off with. That'll be a bit of an issue.
Swordmaster of Hoeth!
Just stretch out a little bit wider.
We away!
What about back here? More Chaos Knights. Yeah, that's a lot of Chaos Knights, actually. I was gonna say, for a minute there, it seemed like the restrict camera wasn't on or something. I'm like, did I something up the difficulty, or did they change restrict camera? That was kind of a waste of our whatchamacallit, our breath attack, I think. The archer's a little bit further up.
Hussar, advance!
Yeah, with the advantage here of the hill, we should be fine. Blue Phoenix, we should actually bring over here for when the fighting gets started. And the Star Dragons will have them crash in behind as well. Looks like they're going to try and flank us. Let's actually bring the Star Dragons over here and defend this flank.
Swordmaster of Hoeth!
Should be okay here. Definitely need these Star Dragons over here.
Swordmaster of Hoeth!
You can come over and help out with them. Let's hope these into there. They'll slow those fucking chariots down. These Chaos Knights are gonna be a bitch. This fight might be a little bit tougher than I was counting on.
Loyal! It shall be done!
Still getting some shots off.
Swordmaster of Hoeth!
Come on. Guys need to clear this shit up.
Understood!
You need to get over here and help out.
As you say! For Asuria!
Son of a bitch.
Archers!
Let's move
Moving
back
out!
through our lines. Come on, keep moving. It's chaos spawn.
Son of Oathwood! Archers!
Ooh, man. Phoenix. Need to get this Phoenix out of here. Come on, get out of there. It's fucking stuck.
As you say! Ancestors!
Just gonna take this dragon out. Come on, keep moving.
Archers! Ever loyal! Very well!
Just fly over top here. Alright, I guess losing this army is not the end of the world. I mean, we need to win this battle, but getting this army repaired afterwards is not too much of an issue because there's no other threats over here. To get you guys into the air, get some more breath attacks out. Those are fucking chosen. This is a... Yeah, I think I grossly overestimated this army, or underestimated this army that we're up against here. But I think our dragons are going to see us through the fight. I hope so anyway. Things are looking pretty slim here. Get in the air. Let's reform up on this line, on this wall here, or on this hill.
For order!
hell is Ragnar? Motherfucker, we are getting our ass kicked here. Need to get you guys back into this fight over here. Whoa, there's Ragnar. Ragnar's trouble here.
Assyrian wills it. Tireless.
We will obey.
Oh, how did you get into the
We advance.
melee?
Assur, forward. Loyal.
Get out of there.
Assur, withdraw.
Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch, we are gonna lose this fucking fight.
Without fail. For duty.
Right, yeah, I don't even know what to say here, guys. But that was really bad. That was really bad. But I mean, definitely underestimated that army, and I mean, this is basically a completely fresh army. No experience on any of these units, no anti-large to deal with. The giants, the chaos spawn. Thought our position on the hill here would see us through it, and the star dragons would see us through it, but apparently not. Yeah, I'm starting to feel like the longer I play this game, the worse I'm getting at it. But this is not good, because this army was our only defense on this side of the map. Yeah. I guess we'll have to get some Sisters of Avalorn. Oh, bloody hell. Yeah, I really thought we would have no trouble there. Though, I mean, this is a very elite army. A lot of Chosen, Chaos Knights. I don't know. That was just me being a little bit too cocky. And I'm sure they're more than likely going to raise the settlement here. Just got rid of a couple of units, but they'll probably replace those very quickly. Wait a minute, there's two armies over there.
The elves of Ulthuan have long memories.
Yeah, I'm gonna take non-aggression with this guy. Why not? Alright, yeah, so all the puppets of chaos have been destroyed. And we lost Ragnar Lothbrok in one very quick battle. Right. Anyway, kind of a bad omen or something. I don't know. Anyway, guys, so much for a nice, easy end to the campaign where we're gonna have to figure out what we're gonna do here. Definitely Musalon is going to be under threat, and Bordello possibly too. Actually, this whole area. I think we'll have to build another army here at Paravon. Either that or build an army back here and bring it across. But Paravon is probably going to be quicker. Or no, I have an idea. I'm thinking maybe what we'll do is we'll build the army in pieces. We'll recruit the archers over here because it'll be quicker. We'll recruit the archers in Elysia, and we'll recruit the sword masters over here, and then we'll link them together. Or maybe even create two armies over here to fight this, because this is a little bit scary. But those Sisters of Avalorn should be able to handle them. Anyway, guys, I'm making a real fine mess of things once again, which I guess you guys have probably come to expect that of me at this point. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Episode 6 is next. Have yourselves a good day. I will see you next time. Ragnarok, signing out.